right, Greater Beckley coach Justin Arvon. Justin, a nice win for you guys. And I think we talked a little bit before, and I think both these teams needed a win, so it must be nice. That's 2 in a row now. You know, I mean, you guys have had an up and down season so far, 8-5 now. But that is 2 in a row. I know you needed a win tonight, so it must be good to get it.
Oh, it's always good to get a win. There's no doubt. And you know, we've dropped a few close ones against some really good teams here. You know, I think all 5 of our losses, you know, are against highly ranked teams and teams that are highly ranked, not in our division, our class. So, you know, we have a tough schedule. That's on purpose, and I think it'll help us in the long run.
Talk about Drew Fitzwater. I mean, he hits a 3 to start the game, and he had, I think, 7 big points for you inside, just kind of to get you going tonight.
Well,
then the rest of the night he was solid.
Yeah, we started the game inside out and playing through Keegan and Drew there to begin the game. And, you know, Keegan was making good choices, Drew was making good choices, finishing. You know, he hit a big 3 there at the top of the key to open up the game, and then we just spurred on from there. But when the ball's moving, we're playing inside out. Our guards are getting into the paint off the dribble, trying to get downhill, and then willing to make a pass. Then we have things rolling.
What were your thoughts on the keys of what did you think was the difference tonight for you guys?
Well, I think our guys played for the most part hard on the defensive end, and I think a lot of our points came in transition. That, you know, those were probably the difference in the game was transition points tonight. I don't think they had many, if any, and you know, we probably had 10 to 12, maybe 15. I want more than that, but you know, we were able to defend, create turnovers, get out in transition. I think that really turned the tide on this game there in the third quarter.
It was an ugly game, but can you see a game like this? I mean, it was against a double-A competition. Trail in the last 2 or 3 years played up in triple-A.
Right.
So, I mean, it wasn't just a single-A school that you beat. They're a little bit bigger. I think they're probably more closer to a single-A school. But anyway, They had played that kind of competition over the last couple of years. Is this a win you can get? Maybe you can build some momentum coming off this and Taze Valley is not as good as Trail is, and you'll play Webster tomorrow. Is this the kind of thing you can build on this week and hope to get it rolling?
Yeah, we want every win to be a momentum gainer. So I'm excited about the win. It was an ugly game. Feels good to win ugly games just like it does, you know, pretty games, in other words. But, yeah, I'm glad to get in. Midland Trail, Curtis does a great job with those kids. They move the basketball. They play hard. They create trouble and problems for anyone they play against. And if you're not patient and willing to make the correct reads and kind of control the basketball and not turn it over, then they can definitely pull out a win against us at any point.
How do you feel about your defensive effort? I mean, they're a team that can, if you just let them sit out there, they can shoot threes. I mean, it seemed like you, for the most part, defended pretty well.
Well, I think we held them under 50, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But I don't think our defensive execution was there the entire night. I think they made runs in different spurts after mistakes on our end, and you know, we're not in help when we need to be sometimes, and we don't have a hand up on a kid we know can light the gym up from the perimeter sometimes, and just little things like that we can improve on. But overall, the effort was there, intensity was there.
Your big man, Drew Fitzwater, said he thinks this is a state championship game, and I know you're always high on your teams with good reason. Do you think this is a state? You share his sentiment? This is a state championship team when you're playing your best?
When we're playing our best, we can compete with the rest of the state, and I think it all hinges on the defensive end for us. If our mindset is on that end and our toughness is derived from our defensive effort and our offense starts on that end as well, then I think we're going to compete for a state title. But first step is getting to Charleston. So that's our focus. We played a tough schedule, play games like this to get ready for that. So once we get there, we'll see. You know, with the injuries we have and all that, it's going to be a battle, but we're ready.
Why do you think so many young, and you start one freshman, and you guys have started freshmen a lot in the past. You started, I think you told me, midway through your season, freshman season, you were a starter. Ryan Helton set all the records here. I think he was a 4-year starter. Why are freshmen, though, in this period, able to play, in this day and age, able to play before guys before? I mean, you didn't see every team with 2 or 3 guys in a rotation of a freshman.
Well, if it's my understanding, too, they weren't allowed to for a long time. It was started in 10th grade, right? But I think now you see a lot of kids, first off, they're older. Parents are holding kids back for academic and athletic reasons.
That's the one reason I hadn't heard too much of it.
For better or for worse, they're being held back. They're a little older, they're a little stronger, smarter, tougher, faster, but they also play a lot more basketball than they used to. I mean, these freshman guys that you see the floor, like Keegan last year, second team All-State as a freshman. Javante this year, he should be All-State as well in single A. I mean, these kids play ball all the time, all year round, travel. I mean, so short answer, they're just better than they used to be. And that better kids see the floor. The kids that work the hardest tend to be the better players, tend to see the floor more.
Right.
So that's why they're seeing it.
Justin, I appreciate the time, man. Thank you very much.
Thank